5, 4, 3. Hello and welcome to the studio of the world famous Mermaid Lounge for another episode of Free Beer with Charlie. Charlie!
Alan!
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Nice, bright sunny day here at the lounge.
It's beautiful out. What do we got on tap for today?
We are doing a New Belgian Brut IPA.
New Belgium?
Yep.
Now where's that from?
They're out of Fort Collins, Colorado.
Okay.
Little state up there that's
Yeah.
high a lot anymore.
I've heard of something from Colorado.
Yeah, there's several different things.
Cougars?
A lot of people are vacationing in Colorado now for various reasons.
Yes. Okay.
So when we were looking at this, first thing that came to my mind is, really, what's an IPA?
Okay. Yeah. Fair question.
So what I found out is that an IPA is actually an India Pale Ale. Okay, and so I'm like, well, that doesn't tell me much. Well, I did a little research, found out that the reason we have the India Pale Ales is because back in the 19th century, when the British troops were stationed in India, that's what beer they were able to get. And because it was popular with them, they decided to call it an IPA, or the India Pale Ale. And back then, the British still owned India at that time. So that's where that correlation came from. The other thing we found out is that this being a Brut IPA, Brut actually comes from the wine world. Now in Champagne, a Brut is a dry or very dry wine.
So this is going to be a drier beer.
Right, this should be a drier beer based on the terminology.
What's the alcohol content on this one?
On this one, it's a 6.7.
Okay, it's up there pretty good.
Yeah, that's a decent percent for just a beer. So we need to reiterate to everybody that we rate our beers based on Alan and I just going and grabbing one, well, of course, out of the fridge. We like to have them chilled about 34 degrees. It's based on that beer. It's not with food. It's not with snack. We're just giving you our opinion on that beer based on picking it up and trying it. So I would encourage you to check out their website. A lot of the websites anymore are actually suggesting what kind of food to eat with that beer.
Yes, that's pretty neat.
I thought was pretty intriguing.
Now this New Belgium company, they're 100% employee owned too.
Yes, I thought that was
pretty interesting.
I mean, to me that's fantastic.
Yes.
Because if your employees are part of it, guess what?
They're going to do a good job.
Yeah, they're not going to be like us and sleeping out back.
Oh,
I mean, they'd be working hard like us. Yes, that's what it's
exactly.
So the other thing I found out is this one's. I'm anxious to try it. It's made with 5 different hops.
Wow.
So it's, if all else fails, it may be dry and hoppy.
If one hop won't do, add another and keep it going.
Let's keep throwing hops in there. Let's crack this baby open. What do you think about the label?
You know, it looks like I printed it on my inkjet printer.
It's
just
really
pretty
does.
plain.
You know, for a higher alcohol content beer, and New Belgium's been around since 1991.
Yeah, that's right. It's been here a while.
The thing I thought
Maybe
was,
they don't have time for graphic work.
well, it could be. I mean, I'd rather have good beer and
That's true.
graphics.
Yeah,
So-
for the black and white generic. You know anything about New Belgium Brewing?
Basically what I found out was the owner, Steve, the original owner, him and his wife, he was on a bike over in Europe riding around. He had a fat tire bike, which is one of their beers that most people have heard of. Well, he was over there in Europe riding around in all these countries where most of our beer originated from. Well, he's picking up some different hops and different ingredients, and so he comes back to Colorado, and guess what he starts doing?
Starts brewing
He
it.
starts brewing some beer. His wife got on board with him, and she was a social worker by day. They got a couple kids, so she originally was everything. She was the promoter, the CPA, the everything, whatever involved. I mean, she was
wife.
Typical wife,
Yeah.
doing all the brewing,
The heavy
ingredients, doing all the heavy lifting. She started promoting their beer door to door. And they got a couple of their basement brews that people their neighbors said, look, man, you need to do something about this. And so in 1991, they hit the international market and started selling beer.
Cool.
So I just thought that was a fantastic story. Anyway, we encourage you to check out their website. We may mix up some of the names and dates, but anyway, check them out. So I say we
crack
this thing open and try it.
open. Now we rate beer on a 1 to 5 mug ratings. A 1 mug would be something that we would keep around to hand to people that we don't really want to have around. And a 5 is the exciting, the pinnacle. This one is really good. Heads.
Tails.
Ah! It's all about you today, Charlie.
Yeah, 1-1. Ooh. Slightly sweet, floral,
yeah.
hoppy.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a floral hoppy.
Quite a bit of different smell there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now on our smellometer, I'd give that about a 1. Once again to reiterate, our smellometer runs from a fart to a flower.
Yeah, so anything from a skunk to, like you used to say, a nice floral smell is.
But this is sweet floral.
Mm-hmm.
Not overly sweet smell, but
Not real loud.
let's try and see what it is.
That's a good beer.
Not bad. You definitely get the up front, you get the hoppy, but boy, it leaves quick.
Yes, yeah. It's not there in the.
But I get the floral at the end. I mean, it's a sweet floral too. It's not
sweet.
overpowering.
Not citrusy so much, but. So 5 different kinds of hops. Isn't that amazing? That's really.
You would think it'd be. I don't know how they did it. You'd think that with that many hops, it would stay with you, but it doesn't. So, on a beer rating, I'd give that a 3 beer mug.
Yeah, that's a 3.
Yeah, that's a 3 beer mug. So we can't encourage you enough to check out the website. Go to New Belgium's website, check them out. Kim is still the wife that's still gearhead and everything. I think her husband stepped down a few years ago, but she's still in there in the trenches. So encourage you to check out their story, check out their beer. They do multiples beers. Here's to God, guns, and rock and roll.
Oh, and don't forget, I'm Big Al.
I'm Charlie.
Till next time. That's
Our smelling runs from a fart to a flower. And